On episode 14 of Lancaster Connects podcast, I'm joined by Mike Reynolds, General Manager of the Lancaster Barnstormers. We'll also have our local events rundown, our food truck alert, how you can help your local Lancaster community, a local history nugget, a tip on how to sleep better, and your chance to win one of two $25 gift cards to a local Lancaster restaurant. That's all coming up on episode 14 of the Lancaster Connects podcast. So, how can you support the local Lancaster community? That's what this show is all about. All right, here I am in the dream room at Gardner's Mattress and More. Lancaster Connects podcast is brought to you by the Sleep Better book. We'll mail you your free copy. Just go to gardnersmattressandmore.com/sleep-better. Well, as you can see, I'm flying solo here. My partner in crime, Jeff, is on the road. He's got a long road trip that he's on. He's actually in the middle of. He went down to the High Point Furniture Market, talking to some vendors and key partners, making some great connections down there. And he's on his way to a marketing event in Ohio. We'll got some video footage here of Jeff leaving on that trip. He's on his prized Victory bike. He's never done this sort of long road trip. He's ridden a motorcycle for a long time, of course. There you go. Hear that baby purr, right? That's him leaving on Wednesday morning on his road trip. He's always wanted to do a road trip through the countryside and has gotten up the courage to do that. Obviously, a long trip down to North Carolina. High Point is a major furniture market twice a year. And of course, with COVID and whatnot, it's been a little challenging for those types of markets. So this is our first market that we've been back. And he's like, you know what? I'm just going to take the opportunity, drive through the beautiful countryside, let the crew here at Gardner's run the ship for a little bit. And here's some photos. There he is in High Point. And, again, he's down there making some great connections. There's his Bluetooth helmet. Listen to some tunes there. He took some photos of some tasty food on the way. There's his bike. So I feel great that Jeff was able to take this trip. I think it's relaxing for the soul, and I think the time away by himself and his bike and his thoughts is really great. So so that means I'm doing the show solo. I'm normally Ed Sullivan to his Jimmy Carson. It's no surprise that he's normally the lead in the show and the transitions and all that. And I'm going to be full on Vin Skelly today, which is in honor of our baseball episode and our guest, Mike Reynolds, General Manager of the Lancaster Barnstormers. We'll be talking about what's going on in and around Lancaster. I've got a quick tip on how to sleep better. We'll talk about the food trucks, as always, where they will be and who they are. Of course, how you can help your neighbors by joining the Lancaster Connects community. Got a local history nugget that I know you're all just dying to know about. And we got our weekly restaurant gift card giveaway. Stick around for that. We'll announce our winners at the end of the show. And we have a great episode. Again, Mike Reynolds with the Lancaster Barnstormers. We'll talk to him in a little bit. A lot of people think of the Barnstormers as a baseball team, and they are. And they put out a phenomenal product on the field. But they're so much more than that. Everything that they do and have done for the last 16, 17 years for the Lancaster community is just fantastic. They probably have as much impact as anybody on the community in downtown Lancaster. So I feel privileged to be able to talk to Mike and learn more about what they're doing this year at the stadium. So remember, this show is also available as a podcast. You can find the links at lancasterconnects.com. Please like and share this video. Tell a friend about it. Leave a comment. The more accessibility we have to other people, the more this show will grow and more impact we can have on our local Lancaster community. All right. Without further ado, let's talk about some events. We've got live music concerts. They are slowly coming back, which is fantastic. There's an event venue down the road from me, and I can hear the live music outside on Saturdays and Sundays, which is pretty cool. I'll have to visit them soon and take some photos and highlight them. Kissel Hill Farm and the Bull's Head Pub. Really neat outdoor venue on Saturdays and Sundays. But this week, if you're a fan of Queen and Journey, here's your chance to see them brought to life with stellar singers backed by a live band singing, bringing their songs to life. Queen/Journey is being brought to you by Prima Theater, and their shows will be June 11th, 12th, 18th, and 19th in the Liberty Place parking lot, which is behind Clipper Magazine Stadium. It's an outdoor show, and Buck Walters Deli will be on site serving up some barbecue and milkshakes. Parties will be grouped to their own socially distanced circle. That's important. And they have tickets starting at $42. You can get more info on the show at Prima, Prima theater.com. Saturday, June 12th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., the 21st annual LCBC Motorsports Show, celebrating America's two favorite muscle cars, the Chevy Camaro and the Pontiac Firebird. This show is at LCBC Church in Mannheim and is free for all ages. You can bring the whole family for activities like inflatables, face painting, RC car racing, in addition to seeing the hundreds of vehicles from tractors to street rods to custom sports cars. Sounds like a pretty awesome show. You can also enter for your chance to win prizes in the grand prize drawings, like a large flat screen TV or a Weber gas grill. In fact, I'm in the market for a gas grill. My grill now still works, but I'm looking for an upgrade. I think the temperature gauge on mine is going a little wonky, so maybe I should attend the LCBC Motorsports Show and enter their contest. All right, there will be food. Of course, there's going to be food in an event. You're welcome to enjoy free giant donuts. That's interesting. Coffee, snow cones, ice cream. Hess's Barbecue and Bricker's French fries will also be there. You can get more information on the event by visiting lcbcchurch.com/events/motorsports. You can also visit lancasterconnects.com for that link and more information about that event. If you'd like to register your own vehicle, you can do that as well. In fact, you can do that on site as well. Again, the date is Saturday, June 12th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., and it's at LCBC Church, which is located at 2392 Mount Joy Road in Mannheim, just off of 283. Short drive up the road. And last but not least, the Taste of Lidditz is already underway. The event celebrates the talent of local culinary, musical, and visual artists in the area. And it's, of course, in the backdrop of the beautiful town of Lidditz. It runs from June 4th through June 13th, featuring live music, food, and an art auction. Many downtown restaurants will be offering specials. On Friday, June 11th, Wilbur Chocolate will be hosting a fundraiser for Venture Lidditz and selling their frozen chocolate drinks from 3 to 7 p.m. in front of their store. The Lidditz Art Association will be having their annual art auction virtually this year from their website, LidditzArtAssociation.com. And on Saturday, June 12th, Deb Olson's band is performing starting at 6 p.m. outside the market at Wilbur and Blackworth Lidditz. That's the new hotel and condominium they built in the old Wilbur Chocolate building. It's a beautiful building. We've actually sold some mattresses to the people that live in some of the condos there. It's I've been in some of the places. It's they did a fantastic job with that building. And of course, Blackworth Lidditz is a really nice restaurant in that building. And also, if you're eating outside at Chalangos, they're a fantastic Mexican restaurant. You'll be able to eat and hear the music too. These events and many more are happening during the Taste of Lidditz, running downtown Lidditz from June 4th through the 13th. You can get more information by visiting the Lidditz PA website, which is lidditzpa.com/event-calendar, and clicking on the Taste of Lidditz listing. So again, all of this info about these events and others we haven't read about will be available on the website at lancasterconnects.com. Follow the show notes by clicking on the page for this episode, episode 14. And to get our weekly email, just enter our giveaway at lancasterconnects.com. You can subscribe to our weekly email, update with all of the show info. And as always, remember, this show is a podcast. Find it at lancasterconnects.com. And also, please like and share this video. Leave a comment. Tell a friend about the show. All right. Again, flying solo. We've got our Sleep Better segment. Jeff normally picks a passage out of here. And the one I picked about was about colors. The relevant theme to myself is, now I didn't paint my bedroom, but maybe I should after reading this information from the Sleep Better book. I painted my dining room and had a local painting company called Pete's Paints. Pete is Pete Weaver. He's a friend. He's Lancaster's picky painter, and he did a fantastic job with my dining room. We got a new dining room table and sideboard for the dining room, and he painted the room for us. Did a fantastic job. So after hearing this segment of the book, maybe you'll be incentivized, perhaps, to sleep better and hire Pete to paint your bedroom. But you want to create a dreamy sleep environment. Your bedroom should be a place that you look forward to retreating to. Thumb through some magazines and get some ideas for creating that special atmosphere that will promote wonderful, restorative tranquility, rest, and good quality sleep. The colors in your bedroom actually matter. According to an article on sleep.org, believe it or not, people whose rooms are painted blue tend to sleep longer than those who get their shut-eye in rooms with different colors. The reason has a whole lot to do with your eyes. Specialized receptors in the retina of your eyes, called ganglion cells, are most receptive to blue, or most sensitive to blue. The ganglion cells are responsible, for relaying information to the part of your brain that controls your body's 24-hour rhythm, which in turn affects everything from performance to how you feel physically during the day. The color blue is associated with feelings of calm, which, when picked up by your ganglion cells and relayed to your brain, help reduce blood pressure and heart rate, and all of which help you receive a solid night's sleep. So my dining room, I painted light blue. My bedroom is a light beige or tan. I sleep pretty well. I've got a great mattress, but that's interesting about blue and how it can benefit your sleep there. I think I got through that segment. My producers are telling me that the running gag is, my challenge with reading. So I think I said most of those words accurately, Simon. Thank you for noticing. But the point is, this book, Sleep Better book, it's a resource that we give out for free. You can get it at gardenersmattressandmore.com/sleep-better. Loads of helpful sleep information and tips. It's not a book specifically about mattresses. It's not about Gardener's Mattress and More. Sure, there are some mattress things at the end and towards the back about how your mattress can impact your sleep, but a good 2/3 to 3/4 of this book is about all the easy things that you can do within your own home and sleep routine that can impact your sleep. So something as simple as changing the paint color in your bedroom might be a great way to help get a better night's sleep. So again, get that at gardenersmattressandmore.com/sleep-better. Also, quick plug for gardeners. Obviously, mattresses are an important key ingredient to sleeping better. It's what we do every day here at Gardeners. We have hundreds and hundreds of testimonials and reviews on how we help our Lancaster neighbors sleep better and wake up happy every morning. Often people wait until a holiday, a quote-unquote holiday, President's Day, Memorial Day, Labor Day. No question, we are very busy during those holidays, but here at Gardeners, we have an everyday low price guarantee. You're not necessarily going to get a better deal on those holidays, unless maybe a manufacturer has a specific promotion, which we actually don't carry a lot of the manufacturers that have specific holiday promotions. We're not the type of store that marks mattresses up just to call them 50% off. We have our double deals promotion where we will help you organize the best savings we can give you on how you are planning to make a purchase. So, for example, if you need a box spring or foundation with your bed, maybe we'll give you a free box spring or foundation, or size upgrade, get a king size bed for the price of a queen. We will determine your sleep needs and get you the very best deal we can. So everyday low pricing, use our double deals, financing specials, sleep accessory specials, all of that. So quick plug about Gardeners. Again, get the Sleep Better book, learn how you can sleep better on your own. And again, if it's a mattress that can help you sleep better, obviously that's what we're here to do. So now we're going to shift gears. We are joined today, actually earlier this morning, we recorded it separately. We've got Mike Reynolds from the Lancaster Barnstormers. We had an opportunity to catch up with him and the Lancaster Barnstormers. They just wrapped up their opening week. And here's the segment with Mike. Right now, I'm joined by Mike Reynolds, General Manager of the Lancaster Barnstormers. Lancaster Barnstormers just wrapped up their home opening weekend. Disappointing result on Friday night, but hey, 2 great wins on Saturday and Sunday, each by 1 run. Mike, welcome to the show.
Ben, thanks for having me, and it's great to see you.
Yeah, great to see you too. I've known Mike for a handful of years. We've done some sponsorships and partnerships between Gardeners Mattress and more in the stadium over the years. Mike does a fantastic job with the team and with all the community events that run at Clipper Magazine Stadium. Mike, I found it interesting. You guys actually never had to close down for COVID. You still ran some events and things that you were able to do. Now you're up to full capacity with the stadium. That had to be fantastic this weekend for your team and, of course, the fans and the ball players themselves. Tell us a little bit about the weekend.
Yeah, after 628 days without a Barnstormers game, we were very excited to welcome fans back into Clipper Magazine Stadium for some Barnstormers baseball. We've had 2 great wins. We had fireworks 2 nights. We showcased the fact that we won Best Ballpark in the country in 2020. Then also we're able to showcase some of the new rules that we are testing out for Major League Baseball as we become an official partner league for Major League Baseball. So it is just very exciting. Happy to have fans back. Great to see our season ticket holders, mini plan holders get to see each other again. And there was a lot of celebration, hugs, high fives, and we're ready for our 16th year of Atlantic League Baseball here in Lancaster.
Yeah, so you mentioned a couple things. You mentioned the partnership with MLB and some of the rule changes that the Atlantic League has partnered with MLB on. And I noticed on Sunday's game, you had a position player close out the game with the save, which related to one of the new rule changes. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so one of the rule changes that we are testing for Major League Baseball is called the double hook rule. So the idea is when the starting pitcher is removed from the lineup, the DH position then gets removed from the lineup as well. So then you either have to pinch hit or your pitcher will hit as well. So there's some benefit to having some position players that can pitch. Maybe not be their main focus and the main reason why they're here in Lancaster hoping to get back to Major League Baseball, but for them to come up and eat up some innings and get some outs so you can get to the next pitcher, especially if you want them to remain in the game to hit. So Blake Galen, who got the save on Sunday, is normally our right fielder. He's also our all-time hits leader with over 500 hits here in Lancaster. He also is 1 home run away from 100 home runs. So to have him be able to stay in the lineup and hit, it's important for us. And he helps us reserve that DH spot by staying in the lineup and still being able to pitch. So it was exciting on Sunday to see him close out the game and get a save for us.
That's really cool. See, I'm a huge baseball fan, and that's every year they talk about it. And I know there's probably changes soon on the horizon, especially with what they're doing there. But the DH thing, DH has been around since sometime in the 70s with the American League. And,
yes.
Every year they talk about getting rid of the DH. What do you do with all the guys who are normal DH? What are you about the pitchers that like to hit? I love the double hook rule. I think it would be fantastic to implement in Major League Baseball. Some of the other rules I'm not so keen on, like the runner starting on second base in extra innings. I'm not quite a fan of that, but I know they're doing it now, so whatever. Also, the mound distance. I just wanted to ask you quick about that. Have you already implemented the extra, 6 inches to the mound distance?
It's actually 12 inches. So it's 12 inches,
wow.
and that would be 12 inches, and that would be put into place the second half of our season. So our second half starts August 2nd, and so the mounds will go back 12 inches at that point. That is something that Major League Baseball has wanted to test for a few years. Actually, back in 2019, we were close to moving the mound back 24 inches, but there was some compromise between players and Major League Baseball itself to move the mound back 12 inches. There's been plenty of studies that Major League Baseball has done with injury, with the concern of injury, and all the studies show that there's really the difference is for the hitter, not for the pitcher, with the 12 inches. And right. A couple of things come into play. A catcher, when they catch the ball, sometimes the distance can be a difference of 3 feet where the catcher stands. So there's a lot of variables that go into that. So even though the pitcher will be set 12 inches back, there's still, a fastball is going to be thrown. It could potentially hit the backstop, whether they're at 60 feet 6 inches or 61 6 inches. And I can tell you that Major League Baseball has done a lot of studies and research to make sure that there's no harm or potential of harm or injury to the pitchers that are testing out the 61 6 inches rule. The studies show that a 93 mile per hour fastball actually will be seen at 91 miles per hour to the hitter. And the goal of a lot of these rules that Major League Baseball wants us to test is to get more balls batted in play, more guys on base, and more runs scored. So that is the reason for the rule. Pitchers are getting bigger, stronger, faster with their pitches, and we're just trying to allow the hitter to get more time to hit the ball.
That's awesome that you get to test it at this local level. So tell us, what's in store for the Barnstormers in 2021?
We have a lot. We're excited to have baseball back here. It's somewhat of a shortened season, but not that much. We have a 120-game season rather than a 140-game season. So that means we'll have 60 home games here. We are excited. We are jam-packed, especially in the months of July and August. Continue with our fireworks every Saturday night, giveaways every Friday night. We have plenty of themes and promotions, Star Wars night, Halloween night. We've done some great things recognizing our local heroes, which are hometown heroes, whether it be first responders and people that worked on the front line that got us through the pandemic and onto the other side. So we are very, very excited to continue the excitement here at Barnstormers games, but continue to add more fun promotions as the season goes on.
Are there any big games you're looking forward to?
Ben, I'm looking forward to every single game. It's just great to have baseball back here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. Some games I am looking forward to. There's 3 new teams in our league this year. So Gastonia, North Carolina, the Gastonia Honey Hunters. This will be the first time coming to Lancaster. Then we also have the league has acquired 2 new teams that previously were affiliated with Major League Baseball, but now are part of our partner league, Lexington Legends and the West Virginia Power. So I'm just excited to see those 3 teams come to Lancaster for the first time and give them some Lancaster hospitality off the field. Hopefully on the field we can get some wins against them.
That's great. That's great. So one of the things I look forward to when I visit Clipper Magazine Stadium is the food. Of course, that's any ballpark, arena, whatever. You go there for the beer and the hot dog, right? But there's more than hot dogs. What food specials? Anything new at the ballpark? I know Blazing Jays. We've highlighted them as a food truck on our show. I think they're a new concession there.
Yeah, so we're continuing with Hess's Barbecue in our picnic area. So any groups that come out to the picnic area will have the opportunity to have Hess's Barbecue catered for them. But as you mentioned, we have 2 new vendors here in Clipper Magazine Stadium for our games. Blazing Jays, which is a very, very famous local favorite here for their chicken sandwiches and plus more. So they're here at the stadium. And then we've also welcomed in Fuddruckers, who are also in the stadium serving up their hamburgers, cheeseburgers, and fries and chicken tenders. So it's just some great stuff. And then obviously the consistent favorites, ice cream, pretzels, silo dogs. We have it all. There's always a lot of variety here at Clipper Magazine Stadium with the food. And on the suite level, in our hospitality, we've actually taken our food and beverage in-house here, and we have a new chef on site, and she's just amazing. The raves, people have been raving about with their reviews about her food and her cooking. A lot of variety here in suite level, and it's high quality. So just a lot of upgrades here in the stadium with our food and beverage.
Yeah, any plans for scrapple or shoe fly pie, Lancaster County favorites?
No, nothing in the making now, but we need to work on that. We need to get some whoopie pies in here as well.
There you go. Make it a meal deal. You'd get the stadium full every night. So some of our audience might not be aware that in Lancaster, the Barnstormers are more than just a baseball team. You guys do a lot with the local community, and that's a big part of your ethos. Tell us about some of the community things that you do.
You know, the Barnstormers will always be the anchor and the reason why we exist. But we see ourselves as a community center, and we are thankful and appreciative that not only do we have many marketing partners and businesses that sponsor us to help us keep going, but we have many nonprofits and individuals that support us year round. And so our ability to give back to the community is really, really important. So we like to call ourselves a community center with two things in mind. We want to be a memory maker every single night, whether you're here for a Barnstormers game or here for another event. And then the additional thing is we want to be a really good marketing theater for all of our partners that help us continue to grow and build on our success each day. So when COVID hit us in March, like everyone else, we had to sit back and we had to brainstorm what we were going to do to continue to be that community center. We weren't looking to shut down. The owners were very supportive of us to move forward and figure it out. So initially we were, we gave back. We were a COVID test site, partnering with the local hospitals, Lancaster General Health and UPMC. In addition to that, our freezers and refrigerators were not being used. So a lot of nonprofits were receiving donations with nowhere to store it. So all of our freezers and refrigerators were used to store food for these local nonprofits. And then once Pennsylvania had the red, yellow, green phases to get you back into business, and once we were able to get back to the green phase here in Lancaster County, though we were max capacity of 250, and financially it didn't make sense to open up this big venue for only 250 people, we thought it was important to have the venue open and continue to be a safe space for everyone to come out and enjoy different events. So we've had movie nights, we had proms, graduations, we had travel baseball, we had cornhole tournaments, we had kickball leagues, we had makers markets, you name it. We had multiple events. A lot of nonprofits use the venue as well for walkathons. It's just it's a large venue with a lot of space, both inside the stadium and with the parking lots. So we were able to work with a lot of nonprofits to keep, people still coming out and enjoying each other's company, but feeling safe and comfortable as well, being in large events.
Man, you have to have some creativity to come up with those kind of events, and then of course the just the drive and knowledge of how to put those events on. You mentioned storing food for nonprofits. I understand that you partnered with some nonprofits, 14 of them to be exact, for a food drive, and it sounds like that made a big impact.
Yeah, that was very successful. There's always stories about folks raising money, raising food, doing food drives in the month of December. But for us, when we had a meeting one day as a staff, and January came and we're like, well, unfortunately, people are still in need right now, and that's every year, not just a COVID year. But this year particularly, like people still need to, people need help and assistance. As everyone was aware. So we're like, let's use our marketing resources, the stadium resources, the Barnstormers resources, but also within our ownership network, we have other marketing resources available to us. So like, let's have a food drive and try to raise as much food as we can. In addition to the food, we raised a couple of $1,000s. We raised also a lot of clothing to give to different shelters as well. And actually we received a ton of, dress clothing, suits and shirts and ties and dresses that we gave to a local job creator company who helps people, get jobs, but also help them acquire some attire that makes them look professional when they go on their first interview. So yeah, it was a very, very successful drive that we put together in just a couple of weeks, and we did it in January. It wasn't the warmest, but people were still very, very supportive, and it helped us raise a ton of food, clothes, and money as well.
That's awesome. Who are some of the nonprofits that participated?
Water Street Mission, Lancaster Food Hub, Solanco Food Pantry, Career Link. Um, you're putting me on the spot. I can't remember them
That's
all, but we had a lot of them that participated and were able to receive the donations.
that's awesome. It's fantastic that you can have that kind of impact on the community. Um, you also have a fundraiser with Silo, and you have a volunteer usher program, both in partnership with the United Way of Lancaster. Sounds like a major partnership. What are you hoping to achieve with that?
The main thing is with working with the United Way is they're looking for volunteers, like everyone looking for volunteers and looking for just support in their organization. So with partnering with with the United Way, we found out that they need volunteers. So we thought we could use our marketing resources to get people to volunteer here at the stadium, which every person that volunteers here at the stadium then receives $20 donation on their behalf to United Way. In addition to that, we're hoping that these individuals that volunteer here on behalf of United Way will then become a lead source and a potential volunteer for United Way. So we're hoping to raise money for them. We're hoping to gain some volunteers for them. And then in addition to that, just helping to spread the word that the United Way is here in Lancaster. They do great things, and they're looking for volunteers all the time.
How do people sign up for the volunteer usher program?
If they just go to lancasterbarnstormers.com, they can see there's a click through, lancasterbarnstormers.com. There's a click through to get there. Or they could email us directly at info, I-N-F-O, at lancasterbarnstormers.com.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing that. We're also going to have that as a link on our website, lancasterconnects.com, to encourage people to volunteer for that. Earlier, you mentioned the Barnstormers Clipper Magazine Stadium was voted Best Independent Ballpark of the Year. So first, does that include all minor leagues, independent, all what is that?
That would include all of the last year in 2020, all of the independent ballparks throughout the country. So any ballpark that does not house an affiliated team, so that would just exclude AAA, AA, and Single A. This year, actually, we're in the middle of the contest again this year, and this year is Major League Baseball partner leagues. So that would be the Atlantic League, the Pioneer League, the American Association, and also the Frontier League. So there's 4 leagues in that. And I believe there are 64 stadiums that are in the run-in for best ballpark, and we're hoping to repeat so we can celebrate with the community in a year that we actually have baseball.
Yeah, right. So you won last year, but and you were only able to celebrate this year during home opening weekend. But I love the ballpark. I love the what was it, Broken Bat craft beer.
Yes.
Deck and the Hess barbecue. My children are now almost 12 and 7, so they're now getting to the age where they'd like to stay in the seats and actually watch a baseball game. Usually my experience is you sit there for half an inning or maybe an inning, and then they want to go to the carousel and the slides, which are awesome things for kids. But as a fan, I just want to stay there and enjoy my beer and watch a few innings. But now they're getting to the point where staying for a game in the seats for a longer period of time is more enjoyable. And of course, they and I enjoy the ice cream there as well. So I'm looking forward to hitting up some games there. There's so much going on at Clipper Stadium all the time, and I'm sure we haven't talked about everything that you're doing there. What other events and activities can you tell the audience about in the last few moments that we have here?
Sure. I just encourage everyone to go to lancasterbarnstormers.com and just see all of the different things we have going on. And we have adult kickball leagues this summer and fall. We have adult cornhole leagues. We basically open up the stadium to anyone and everyone that needs a venue to host their event. So as I mentioned, we've had proms, graduations. We've had preschool graduations, high school graduations, and college graduations. So literally, we can host any event here. We've had a 6-year-old birthday party one day in the playground that you just mentioned, Ben. So there are any opportunities or every opportunity to have any event here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. encourage you to go to LancasterBarnstormers.com to see that. We have our movie night starting up here. June 18th is our first movie night. And just, go to LancasterBarnstormers.com to see the full calendar of all the events that we have here at Clipper Magazine Stadium, as it is a community center for Lancaster County and beyond. And we just encourage everyone to have the opportunity to use the venue, even if they aren't a baseball fan.
Yeah, sure. So birthday parties, can you do a birthday party on the field for kids?
Yeah, no, definitely. We encourage use of the entire venue. So the birthday party that we hosted recently, they typically stayed or mainly stayed in the playground area, but yeah, we gave them access to the field. There's nothing better than making a memory for anyone that comes to the ballpark, and that's our motto, that's our want. And so to be able to allow people some special access to the field at any time, it's always a pleasure.
I'm going to connect with you about my son's 8-year-old birthday party. Now it's next May. He just had one, but that would be awesome. That'd be really, really cool. So just last thing, you mentioned that the stadium is available for venue hires, weddings, business meetings, that sort of thing. Tell us a little bit about that. Maybe what it might look like to invest in something like that.
It really depends on how much space you're using and how much equipment you need. We have some rentals that are as low as $2,000 and some rentals that go much higher. But it all depends on use. Depending on staffing, use of utilities, video board, field. Using the use of the field, depending on how heavy and hard it's going to be used. That's our baby, if you would. We need to keep the field in good shape. Not because we just want it to look beautiful, but it's a playing field for our athletes who are looking to get back to Major League Baseball. So we just want to keep it in top condition for them to have a safe playing space to get back to Major League Baseball, hopefully. So it ranges, but we consider ourselves pretty reasonable, very reasonable, I should say. And we tend to go over the top as we want everyone here to have a good time. So there's always more and more and more that we want to give when we have these events.
That's awesome. Mike, I can't thank you enough for being on, for being a guest on the Lancaster Connects podcast. I love everything that you're doing at the stadium and with the team. Like I said, I'm a big baseball guy, but like you said, you guys are so much more than just baseball. All the charity and community events that you host there, family-friendly atmosphere. I really encourage all of our listeners to get involved, obviously attend some games, and check out everything great that's going on at the Lancaster Barnstormers and Clipper Magazine Stadium. Visit LancasterBarnstormers.com. Again, Mike, thanks so much for being a guest on the podcast.
Hey, Ben, I appreciate you having me on. I appreciate all your support and passion for the venue as well. I wish you and the business nothing but success.
Thanks so much, Mike. Take care.
You have a great day.
You too. Well, it was great to catch up with Mike Reynolds from the Lancaster Barnstormers and all the great things that they are doing in downtown Lancaster at Clipper Magazine Stadium. We mentioned Blazin' Jays, so that means it's time for the food truck rundown. They are a concession at the Lancaster Barnstormers, and they are our second food truck that we'll mention. And you know what that sound means. That is time for Food Truck Rundown on the Lancaster Connects podcast. The Warehouse District Beer Garden is hosted by Windridge Farm and is running with a food and music event every weekend until September. So this weekend, it's June 11th through 13th. We've got live music on Friday by Matt Reinhardt. Saturday is Ben Pearson, as well as the Olivia Reynolds Trio. And Sunday by Dave McCullough, as well as the Stephanie Grace Trio. Friday's food trucks are Waco Taco, Bricker Fries, and Splits and Giggles. Saturday's food trucks are Crave, also Splits and Giggles, and Holy Smoked Meats. And Sunday's food truck are Waco Taco, Blazing Swine, and Mista Twista Ice Cream. That location is 595 North Charlotte Street in Lancaster, in what they're calling the Lumber Yard. Facebook event page is facebook.com/events Facebook www.facebook.com/Windridge Farm. All right, Ben. On to number 2. Blazing Jays, again, concessions at the Barnstormer Stadium, so check them out when you're there. They've got a couple of dates coming up if you're in the mood for some hot chicken. Interesting side note, I had some hot chicken potato chips over the weekend, and they were really, really good. So I would probably like what I'm seeing on the screen there. If you'd like to follow them and stay up to date on what they have going on, make sure you follow them on Facebook at Blazing Jays franchise. They'll be at the 16th annual Clifford Edmond 5-on-5 basketball tournament at Markle Park in Columbia on Sunday, June 13th from 1 to 5 p.m. They'll also be at 486 Royer Drive in Lancaster Monday, June 14th from 5 to 7 p.m. And lastly, they'll be at 1421 Penscott Drive in Landisville on Wednesday, June 16th from 5 to 7. Last but not least, M&M Catering. They've got a few dates for us to plug. They do smoked meats and Southern barbecue. Oh, man, that looks awesome. They do smoked meats and Southern barbecue and do their own take on an old school down-home Southern cooking. They also cover a little bit of Mexican food. If you'd like to stay up to date on M&M Catering, follow them on Facebook at MNM Catering LLC. June 12th, they'll be at Wayvine Winery and Vineyard in Nottingham. That's 4374 Forge Road in Nottingham. Get your drive on Southern Lancaster County. They'll also be back at Wayvine Winery and Vineyard from 12 to 8 p.m. on June 19th. Give them your food support, right? All right. So our viewers want to know, if you're a food truck, our viewers want to know where the food trucks are each week. So if you own a food truck, we want to hear from you. We'll tell our viewers where you'll be so they can support you. Fill out the contact form at lancasterconnects.com and tell us where you'll be and when. And of course, tell us about your food so we can have people desperate to grab your food. I know I am. Every time we talk about these food trucks, I salivate, right? It's hard not to get inspired by these food trucks. And of course, don't forget to like and share this video, leave a comment, tell a friend about the show. All of the links to our food trucks that we talk about and many more are available at lancasterconnects.com. The show is also available as a podcast. And again, you can get all the links at lancasterconnects.com. Time for a history nugget. All right. Get your listening ears on. All right. When the Lancaster City Bureau of Fire converted its horse-drawn fire apparatuses, I guess, to motorized vehicles between 1914 and 1918, local historian and photographer Charles Oscar Lynch had the foresight to recognize and photograph this historic event. There you go. Photographs between 1914 and 1918. That's pretty cool. He was able to capture horse-drawn equipment of two companies before they converted and to photograph the new equipment and the others. These postcards that you're seeing on the screen, the first intentional effort to photograph Lancaster City firehouses. They were produced in limited run. Today, they are much sought after by local collectors. A complete set is nearly impossible to find. So there you go. Some old photos of Lancaster, some neat Lancaster history there of the firehouses and converting from horse-drawn fire trucks or fire buggies, I guess you could say, into motorized vehicles. So pretty neat transition in our history. And of course, the response time, I'm sure, improved drastically moving to motorized vehicles from the horse-drawn carriages there. So we got this history nugget from the History of Lancaster Rediscovered Facebook page. So thank you to them for the information. And you can learn more local history on there. Go to facebook.com/history of Lancaster. So that was pretty cool. Didn't know that. Obviously, that transition I would have known happened, but to see it there in pictures, it's neat that somebody took the time to photograph those. So we have those to talk about now here in 2021. All right, time for our pet of the week. We didn't have a pet of the week the last couple weeks, so we've got a great doggo to highlight today. Bella. Bella is the queen of the ball and soon to be your home. Bella is from Charlie's Crusaders Pet Rescue. There's Bella. Look at those ears. She needs to be an only dog. Bella is high energy. She's a pincher mix, and she weighs between 30 and 35 pounds. She's very smart and needs a dominant human willing to give her attention and exercise for her body and mind. I think most pets would need that. She may not warm up to you immediately, but with time and love, she will. She will be your shadow. She's about 4 years old. She was rescued with her sister after they were put outside in a crate during the pouring rain. It's just a real shame, heartbreaking to hear these types of stories every time we talk about these pets. But good news is she was rescued and now is ready to find her forever home. She's house trained. She's up to date on her vaccines, spayed. You can learn more about how to adopt Bella at Charlie's Crusaders website, which is charliescrusaders.org. And we don't have anybody on from Charlie's Crusaders today, but we are going to give our charitable donation to Charlie's Crusaders. We've got a check for $125 to help with the efforts that they are doing to help dogs and pets find homes. And of course, all of the needs that they have related to taking in pets. I know they're probably getting pets in daily, and I'm sure that the situations they have to deal with when they get these pets are enormous. So hopefully the little bit that we can give here helps them take care of some of their needs there. All right, time for Lancaster Connects Community. Have you got a worthwhile cause that you can make excellent use of the members of the Lancaster Connects Community by volunteering their time? Again, that's what this show is all about, and the Lancaster Connects Community is all about. Whether you've got a cause that needs volunteers or you want to donate your time to help out those in the community, we want to hear from you. If you'd like to volunteer your time, enter our free giveaway at lancasterconnects.com and check the box confirming you'd like to volunteer. Imagine the difference we could make to the Lancaster community if we each gave just 1 hour of our time to one of these local nonprofits and charitable organizations. So again, if you've got a good cause that could use some volunteers and we can promote for you on our show, please get in touch via the contact form at lancasterconnects.com. We'd love to know more about your organization and what you do and how we can help, and maybe have you be a guest on the podcast. We would really love that. The more charitable or charity and nonprofit organizations that we know about, the more impact we can have. And of course, if we can get the Lancaster community involved, again, that's what the Lancaster Connects community is all about. So again, please don't forget to like and share this video. Leave a comment, tell a friend about this show. We've got some community events to talk about here, ways that you can support some of these organizations in the community trying to make a difference. First one up is the African American Heritage Walking Tours. They've restarted coming out of COVID being shut down last year on Saturday, June 5th. The African American Heritage Guided Walking Tours of historic Underground Railroad and historic sites in downtown Lancaster, PA, are conducted by volunteers from the African American Historical Society of South Central Pennsylvania. Tour participants move along an outstanding tour route across bustling roads, down narrow alleyways, through cemeteries and churches, learning stories seldom heard beyond the intimacy of local families and read only in a few history books. I'm sure there's a lot of history nuggets that we could share as a result of being on this tour. Proceeds from the regular monthly guided tours benefit the program activities of the African American Historical Society. Tours will be conducted in the City of Lancaster Visitor Center, from the City of Lancaster Visitor Center which is at 38 Penn Square, Lancaster, PA. Tours begin at 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. and last for about 2 hours. Tours on July 10th, August 7th, September 4th, October 2nd, and November 6th. Tickets are for adults, $15, seniors 65 and older, $10, students 6 to 18 years of age are $5, and children under 6 are free. Registration begins 30 minutes before departure. You can get more information at aahsscpa.org. I'm going to say that again, aahsscpa.org. Or again, see the show notes at lancasterconnects.com for that link. We mentioned this when we talked to Mike Reynolds from the Lancaster Barnstormers. You can sign up to become a volunteer usher at Clipper Magazine Stadium. Volunteer to be an usher at the Barnstormers games and earn money for the United Way of Lancaster. As an usher, you will show fans to their seats. Pretty simple. And you will serve as a friendly face to the guests at the ballpark. And of course, if you're in the ballpark, you can take advantage or take in the action of a Barnstormers game while volunteering. Each shift is approximately 3 hours long, and the Barnstormers will donate $20 to the United Way program of your choice for each shift you sign up to usher. You can get more information at lancasterbarnstormers.com. Again, really cool way to visit the ballpark, see what the team is doing, see all the neat things that the Clipper Magazine Stadium has to offer, and help out a local charity at the same time. Love those sort of things. So once again, if you're a nonprofit or charitable organization and you've got a good cause that we can promote or that you'd like us to promote, you need people to volunteer their time, just like the Barnstormers told us about this opportunity to usher. We'll put the word out for you on our show. Please get in touch via the contact form at lancasterconnects.com. Remember, the show is a podcast. You can listen and watch. All the links are at lancasterconnects.com. Don't forget to like and share this video. Leave a comment. Tell a friend about this show. Again, more people that see our show, our humble show here in Lancaster, the more impact we can make. Last couple things. We've got some, I mentioned the winners of our restaurant gift cards. Each episode, we give away 2 $25 gift cards to local restaurants. Great restaurants. We always have, we're always out in the community, and we're driving past restaurants all the time. We stop, pick up $25 gift cards. So it's not always the same restaurants each time. Restaurants from all over the Lancaster community. So this week's winners are Jennifer Storr and Richard Raynar. Again, they went to lancasterconnects.com. They submitted the contest entry form. Maybe they clicked to be part of the Lancaster Connects community, which means they are on the list to potentially be volunteers to some of the great community members or nonprofits and charitable organizations out there. But you don't have to do that. You don't have to click the community box to be entered into the contest. But again, lancasterconnects.com, you can enter to win one of 2 local restaurant gift cards on that website. So that's a wrap. Hopefully you enjoyed the solo episode. Next week will actually be another solo episode. It's Jeff's opportunity to return the favor to me. I will be out of town, not on a motorcycle. The motorcycles are not my thing, my wife tells me. So I'm taking the family up to Ithaca. We are going to do some hiking up there. We got a place on the Cayuga Lake overlooking the lake. So kayaking, fishing. I'll share some pictures from being up there, but lots of hiking, waterfalls, and fun things to do in Ithaca. So I'm looking forward to getting out of town, but Jeff will hold down the fort next week. Again, go to lancasterconnects.com for all the links to the great things we highlighted this episode. I want to thank Mike Reynolds from the Lancaster Barnstormers for being on and talking about what they're doing there at the stadium, all the wonderful things with the ballpark and the community. And check out our food trucks, check out all the events, check out the Lancaster Connect community events and things going on, lancasterconnects.com. That's a wrap. Thanks so much. Have a great afternoon. See ya.
paper cereal.